This is Ozzie Wilson, or Osmond, as I found out his name is.
Yeah, that's my government.
Well, so how long you been voice acting?
I've been voice acting about, I want to say 5 years.
Okay.
Started part-time when I was teaching, and I went full-time in 2021.
In 2021?
Yeah.
What's been I know we talked a little yesterday, but what's been your experience thus far?
Woo! Man, it's been a roller coaster. It's been great. When I first got started, I started on pay-to-plays. It was very exciting because I was being asked to do different roles. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I first started with audiobooks.
Okay.
And, I met a person who was my mentor, and he started saying that there's other things I could do as long as I started with pay-to-play. So I signed up on Fiverr and Upwork.
Yeah.
And started getting booked for different jobs, and it was like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot, but I was getting booked for different things like audiobooks, some e-learning stuff.
Yeah.
I even got a couple of animation characters for some like YouTube channels, and that was
Yeah.
pretty cool because I never thought I'd do that.
Yeah.
And I even did some voice messaging.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. And just the variety made me feel that I could do this.
Yeah.
Full time in the future. So I started getting voice lessons, and just been this incredible journey.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like you mentioned like taking voice lessons. What steps? I mean, this is 2021 you started.
Yeah.
Like really started. And then I was about to say 2025. It's 2024 now. Jumping
Right.
ahead. What steps did you take to get to where you are now? I know you kind of mentioned a little bit, but
Well, the first thing I did after when I just began, I wanted to make sure I had someone that I could look up to. So I had a mentor.
okay.
And once I got that mentor, I was able to talk to that person. They were able to give me some pointers. We exchanged a lot of ideas, and then I got my first demo.
Okay.
It wasn't like very, very great quality, but I got a taste of what that was like, and that was my commercial demo.
Okay.
And then from there, I went to a conference, and the first conference I actually went to was Evocation. It was virtual.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I started meeting a lot of different people, doing different things, and started hearing how they felt about websites like Fiverr and Upwork, and then hearing about websites like Voice123 and Voices, which I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And that really opened up everything, those different people. Then I started meeting different people online, Facebook and things like that. And then I came here to the One Voice conference, and forget it. It was like some of the people
Changed
that I met
everything.
online, some of the people I met online, I saw face to face.
Yeah.
Some of the people that I met for the first time, they introduced me to other people in the industry. They started telling me about different, community groups on Facebook that I could be part of. And I really started to really get a more in-depth picture of what this whole voiceover thing was like. And I say for everyone, everyone should go to a conference.
Yeah.
Not only to learn from some of these workshops that you pay for and free, but just like to talk to people, to see what other people are doing, people that things that you want to do, you'll find those people are doing it, and they will be more than happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And from that first conference I went to, I met different people, and I met a coach.
Okay.
And that coach who I met got me into a workout group. And that was great because now I'm practicing with voice artists that are, really, really good, been doing it for years, and some like me were novices and beginners. And as scary as it was great because I started to gain more confidence and started to get better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's one thing, it's like, with those classes, like you have the workshop classes, they say they're very good, beginners. I think for me, like, could have been intimidating a little bit, but it's one of those things where it's like, I like had to not force myself, but just focus and like put myself out there. Then you find out what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, or find out you have a little potential in yourself or whatnot. I've learned so much in those type of classes.
Man, let me tell you something. That first workout class I was part of, I was so intimidated, man.
Oh, right.
Because you could hear how good some of these people were.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, I'm gonna sound terrible compared to these people. I was also scared because I was like, oh man, what if a person sees me that is a director or something? They're not gonna book me. So it was some of that too.
Yeah.
And when I started to take more lessons, I started to feel better. And
more confident in everything.
But it was rough because there were things that you do as a speaker that you just think you're doing so well.
Yeah.
And then when you start taking lessons and your instructor tells you, this is not too good, you got too much volume, you're trying to do everything with volume. And I'm like, nah, that can't be true. And then you listen to yourself like,
yo, gee whiz, yeah.
So it was definitely a learning process. I had to overcome a lot of little insecurities I had.
Yeah.
And it made me a stronger person, but it was great.
Yeah, no,
And I hope I can do more of it because I've been focusing now mostly on lessons.
Yeah.
And of course marketing and everything else. But I hope I can do more workout groups. I've kind of been missing that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. So with all that you mentioned, in that, I guess, a 3-year span, what is some VO advice or just a business advice that you've gotten during that time that has propelled you forward or is helping you now?
If you really love this stuff, invest the time to get better. Take voice lessons. Invest the time to come to conferences and meet people and network. And once you meet those people, try to keep a nice level of communication the best you can, because it's through communication with other people you get to know and learn things. You get to know and learn about other people, other organizations, agents, stuff like that. And I feel like some people do some growth and they quit. If you really want to do this, don't quit.
Don't quit.
Because it gets rough at times, and I've had some rough spots.
Yeah.
But everything always gets better because I keep doing it. I keep learning and I keep growing, and that's what you have to do. It's a great environment. Most of the people at the conferences even the ones that I meet online, are very willing to help.
Yeah.
They're very willing to give you advice, so you never have to worry really about egos. But like I said, in order to really be successful, you have to grow. You definitely have to keep taking voice lessons and building that craft up. And if you want to sustain yourself, you got to learn how to market and do social media, which I'm struggling at, but I'm doing it and I'm growing, and that's the most important thing.
I was about to say that's very important. Just to keep going, and because marketing, man, for me, marketing, auditioning, all this stuff can be challenging sometimes. It's kind of like, man, I get discouraged. I'm human. I get discouraged.
Yeah, everyone does.
And like you said, you find out some of you had to address some of the insecurities you had. But those classes can show you some insecurities you didn't know you had. But if you address them properly, you grow. You grow.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to ask you if you have if someone is like, I'm about to give up, I'm gonna throw my audio interface and microphone away, or somebody, whatever business they're in, is about to give up, and just call it quits. What do you say to them? You kind of answered that too, but I just they're at the trash can right now, about to throw everything away, just give up.
Well, see, like I said, this has got to be something that you want to do, and just the beauty that I found in it, I know that even though you might want to quit, remember, once you quit, there's no guarantee of anything. At least if you keep trying, there is a chance that you can get what you've been missing. But once you quit, you have no more chance. So what's the whole purpose? I mean, even people who do this as a hobby, it's better than just giving it up. If you love something, if you really want to do something, you go after it.
Yeah.
And one of the things, we get caught in this, I want to say that hamster wheel of life.
Yeah.
You got a mortgage, you got kids, you got car payment, which I get. And I know money has to be made. But do you want your life to be something you're just doing just to do, or you want your life to have meaning because you're doing something you really love?
Yeah.
And that's what you have to ask yourself. What's more important? And how good are you going to feel when you do it?
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone.
No, it isn't.
Being a voice artist isn't for everyone. But if you really enjoy this stuff, I suggest you just keep working at it, keep going. Just remember, life is always changing. It's not like you're never going to make it again. If you keep growing, you're going to get it. Maybe not as fast as you want it. Maybe not like anyone else, because everyone's on their own journey. But I would say continue no matter what. Even if, sometimes you got to become an Uber driver, or
during that time.
maybe you still have to do a side job or a full-time job, and this is your side gig. If you really love it, I would suggest you never give it up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And I appreciate you, Ozzie. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. And thanks for this interview.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. And how can people find you if they're watching this and they say, I want that nice black man to be my voice actor?
Okay, well, I have my own website, which is OzzieWilsonVO.com. That's OzzieWilsonVO.com.
And what about social?
And you can reach me at Ozzie Wilson VO on LinkedIn and on, oh my goodness, for Facebook, I think with Facebook it's just Ozzie Wilson VO. I'm not sure.
Are you
about
on
that.
Instagram or anything like that? TikTok?
Yes, I am. And that's Ozzie Wilson VO.
Ozzie Wilson VO. And that is the end of this interview. I'm Ferlon Webster Jr. That's Ozzie Wilson. Osmond. No. And this is I don't know, is this part of my podcast? Been keeping it simple, a Ferlon podcast interview edition live at the One Voice Conference 2024. And that's it. Appreciate it again, man.
All right.